Alright, welcome back to Highfleet, where last time we just dodged narrowly an airstrike, and we are cruising to Bethlehem, which is a repair city within reach and sight of Kiva. We're almost at the end of this campaign. It's not going to be a straight strut to Kiva. I want to talk a little bit about my tactics and my strategy for the next little part of the game. We do have a lot of enemy aircraft groups in the area. We've got aircraft carriers, we've got missile carriers. There's a lot of activity in this zone. What I want to do is scout out as much of the enemy as possible. So Gizram is a high priority target just to try and get a little bit more intel on the area. I also want to make sure that we find a city of the hidden people if there is one up here. There's a possibility that there's one here. There's also a possibility that there's one here. There's a small chance there's one here. I don't know if the game will actually generate hidden people cities or hidden city people, cities of the hidden people this far north, but I think finding one will be very, very powerful. Before we take Kiva, I want to take as many of these cities as I can, with the plan of leaving ships behind in each one. What that will mean is once we take Kiva and we switch to total war, I'll be able to capture all the ships sitting in these cities instantly to build up some fleets to defend against the enemy that will spawn to come and kill us. However, that's a little while away. The first thing we need to do is get there. Now, we are in a bit of a predicament here. I do need to get the fleet to Bethlehem to do some repairs. The Rooster needs to get its additional fuel tanks. I forgot to mount them in the last episode. And we've got a few other damaged ships. To be honest, we're probably not going to repair the Crazy Horse, the Starfish, or the Tyrannus. We'll probably repair the Tyrannus, actually, because I would like to get some missiles on it. But functionally, these ships are still active, and I don't really need to take them out of combat for too long. So I really want to just set this up as a safe berth to come back to repair as we get into this last stage of the game. One thing we have to be very aware of is we now have a Cormoran in our fleet, which is a very, very slow capital ship, which is going to slow our fleet down considerably. And I really don't want us to be too badly affected by this. It is a good thing in that when I detach the Collingwood is now faster than the rest of our fleet, so I don't have to worry about it being overtaken, but it is something to bear in mind. The other thing we've got going on here is we do have this silent strike alarm, which is a bit frustrating. I would like to try and get stealthy. So my goal here is to sit in Bethlehem and hopefully let this alarm drop. If we can silent strike the city, they won't raise the alarm that we've attacked, hopefully. And we should be able to drop that alarm. I'm very worried about this missile carrier fleet up here. And I may need to get just a combat air patrol in the air just to intercept any missiles they fire at us. But that's something to worry about when we get a bit closer. For now, let's get ready to launch the Rooster, the Collingwood, and probably the Sleepy Pupper straight at Bethlehem, just so that they can get in there to take it. The other thing I want to do is slow down the primary fleet, because I think what's maybe happening is I'm letting them get into the radar detection radius of the city, and even though this fleet here has a very high sudden strike chance, this fleet is down to 22%, mostly because of the Cormoran. And I would now like to not let that happen, so if I let them loiter just outside the city until it's been taken, they shouldn't be detected by radar. So we're just going to let this tick over a little bit. I'm just going to fast forward. Slow these down a little bit more. I just want to make sure that they hit the city before any alarms go off. I can now thrust them to full speed. And we're going to get combat with this city not calling in an alarm, which is pretty huge. Now, this is quite a big garrison. We've got 2 Nimrods, a Sarma, Slugger, Ballistic, Courageous. We will get a chance to hit them when they're on the ground. A big design flaw with the Collingwood, actually, is it's not designed to attack garrisons that are landed. Because it has no armor on the bottom, they shoot up and just absolutely wreck the ship. So even though the Rooster has basically no fuel, I'm going to send it in first with the plan of it launching its missiles, firing off some proc fuse at some of the weaker ships, and then getting out of there once they've taken off, which will allow the Collingwood to come in and maybe position a bit better. We do have a bomb on us here, so let's try and drop the bomb straight down. See what that does. I'm just going to fire off a couple of missiles here. Well, the bomb did something. I can't see what it did. I can't let my ship get too low because the enemy, the escape zone is at the top. We're down to 5% fuel. That's a Nimrod. We can't do much about that. Let's switch ships. Let's just drop height as quickly as we can here. Take care of this ballistic. Those missiles will be a problem. Ooh, that was a big hit. It wasn't too bad, actually. Well, the Sarma's gonna just get wrecked here. Taking a few too many hits here. I need to be a bit better at dodging them. Okay, he's down. Let's try and take the ballistic. Okay, the ballistic's down. Let's focus on this Nimrod while we get a chance. Couple of those hit, that wasn't too bad. Trying to range find with my 37mm. There's a courageous there, I'm not too worried about that.
The enemy has been destroyed.
Oh, bad shots here. That's a better hit. Looks like he's dropping, I think he's lost an engine. Okay, he's out. Let's just make sure we don't make him a hat. We've got another Nimrod to deal with now. He's firing prox fuse, which is interesting. Managed to intercept that shot. That's a good impact. He's almost dead. Gonna set him on fire. Not the best shot there. Okay, we took some superficial damage on the Collingwood. It's mostly armor damage. I'm not too worried about that. That was a good engagement. We did it on the first try. We didn't lose too much morale. Good start to the session. Alright, ammo, fuel tanks, survivors are going to die. We've got a Sarmat here. We've got a 2A37. Captain's cabin. I wonder if I can get the captain's cabin. Then we can get... ammo and fuel we need to grab so they don't explode. That's 2A. I want to get these guns. I could also just grab... let's grab the captain's cabin first and see how that goes. Now, we did not cause an alarm here. The enemy don't know where we are right now, even though the alarm is raised. So we should be able to sit under the radar here in Bethlehem. Oh no, I lost some kindness. Not really a huge issue for us anymore. Let's just make sure this fleet is at top speed. They are. Cool. Alright, and we're just going to wait for this to tick over. We're getting to the state of the game where we're going to start hitting a lot of events as well. Ships of a Great talking far east of Bethlehem. Okay, so there is a Garadi somewhere here. Well, far east probably puts it at Timnath Serra. So that is a destination I want to go. There could be a Tark here. They're definitely in this direction. Ark, Timnath, possibly Goshen or Sadie. But I'm going to head of Timnath as my primary for that. Let's just close that tool. Now, what I want to grab next. Do I have time to get crew protection here? Because I really want this gun. I don't want to lose... well, we're 170% crew. Let's get the gun here first. Alright, and now I'm going to grab the ammo here. And then I'm going to grab the fuel. Okay, we have a radar emission coming in from up here. That means something has taken off in this direction. It's possible that there's a trade fleet here, or the missile carrier fleet has taken off. We're going to have to send the Howler up here to have a look at what's causing that, but we don't need to worry about that right now unless they're heading in this direction. Don't think I've got time to grab crew protection, but we can try, because I can just switch to this at the last minute. Oh, it's going to be really tight. Okay, we succeeded on that. That's really nice. Alright, let's see what's going on in the city. We need to land the Collingwood. It did take damage. We need to land the Rooster as well, actually, because the Rooster needs to add some fuel tanks, or it is just unable to fight. This is going to be a hard landing, but if I can get in that 470, it shouldn't take too long to repair.
500 meters. 300 meters.
Nicely done. Good deceleration there.
100 meters. Throwing it ready.
Alright, just nice and gentle. No damage.
Touchdown confirmed.
That's perfect. No damage. Excellent landing. And looks like we've got an event. Blasphemy. You notice Admiral Dowd marching towards you out of the corner of your eye. Have you heard what the men are saying? He exclaims from a few paces away. They say this eclipse is divine punishment for blasphemy. They think the Almighty has plunged Garrett into the darkness because the governor's men have renounced the faith. This seems like a valuable sentiment for our cause, no? Prince Vazil interjects softly and suddenly. So it may seem, Prince, but entertaining such notions will do us no good, the Admiral declares, with a wry, bitter grin. You know what? Even though I'm not playing a faith run, I'm never going to agree with Admiral Dowd I'm going to be with Prince Fazil. The Elames accept your words with elation. You hear voices of approval in the crowd. And I get +2 faith, and I now have a faith bot, even though I don't want it. Oh no, Admiral Dow doesn't like me. I wonder if he's going to betray me. Okay, well that happened. Let's just quickly land the Rooster, because I need it on the ground too. We'll get it in that 116 repair slot. It'd be very nice if we had landed up on top of where the Collingwood is sitting, but honestly, this ship has no fuel. It's going to be very difficult to land. Alright, engines on now.
100 meters. Everyone get ready.
Every time I touch the key, I lose a point of fuel.
Fuel 20%.
Okay, we got it down with fuel to spare. Okay, let's do this ship first. I want to sell these 2 guns, make a bit of cash, and I want fuel. And I want to place... Right, we have a missile that goes here, we have a missile that goes here. So if I place a fuel tank here and here... And honestly, I'm kind of tempted to put a fuel tank here and here. I know it's very dangerous to do that, especially with only 1 FCS. But this ship just can't stay in fights at all right now. So I want to do that. And then I will wait until the rest of the fleet comes to mount missiles. That's going to take 4 hours to do. We'll call that the Rooster 3B, but we need to obviously upgrade that. We also need to repair the Collingwood. But the Collingwood just needs to be fully repaired. So that's going to take 7 hours. That's not bad at all. Anything else here that we need? I don't think so. No. Okay, we'll get the rest of the fleet here and get them repairing. While we're waiting, let's just get refueling on the way. There's not a lot of fuel there. And what else? We've got 100mm prox fuse. I want to buy as much of that as I can. 130mm prox fuse as well. We have none right now, so let's just buy everything they've got. We don't have very much in the way of 100mm AP. It's not really an ammo type I want to use on our small ship, to be honest. But let's get some more 100mm AP. No, let's not do that. This is for the Collingwood, actually. The Collingwood does need AP rounds. That's a lot of money we just spent, but I think it's worth it. We have nukes we can sell if we need to. All right, let's get the rest of the ship in here. We'll just keep an eye on this Elint warning. I want to let the silent strike alarm drop off if I can. The problem with scouting, of course, is that that will let me pick up enemies. I do also now have a radar available to me on the Cormoran, so I can turn that on if I want to. Once the repairs are done on these 2 ships, I'm going to dispatch them eastwards towards Gizram, and we're going to actually try and take Timnathera, and then I want to take Hattusa, and this is going to be our main base of operations to try and find if there are any hidden people cities. We're going to try and dodge around this group of enemies here. They're a bit too scary for me to want to deal with right now. So we've got 6.9 hours left on repairs, but I do have some additional repairs I want to put into place because I want to mount some Zeniths on this ship. And I'm actually going to go all in and mount 4 Zeniths. This just gives it a lot of punch at the start of a fight. I can just launch all of these off and hopefully just make this ship really punch above its weight. The Rooster just needs to do a little bit more. So let's just save that as the Rooster 3B, and then let's go back in. And I want to... Is it the Crazy Horse? No. I mean, the Crazy Horse has no landing gear, but whatever. It is... Where is our missile carrier? Collingwood, Crazy Horse, Sleepy Pupper, Frankston, Tyrannus. There it is. I couldn't see it. I want to repair this ship. If I don't put it in the docks, how long is it going to take? 35.4 hours. Let's leave that for... Can I try and land this? Let's try and land it. A ship that was never designed to be landed. If I get it on those 2 108s, that's going to be pretty good.
500 meters.
Looking good so far. This is the only ship that has a radar. My original fleet has a fire control radar. No, I think it's an IRST, actually. We took some big damage there. We lost the thruster. I don't know if this place has large thrusters, but let's just see what we can do. So that's going to cost... That's going to take 19 hours. Let's also mount a normal A100 in there. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We just lost a ton of money for me doing that, which isn't great. We'll put an A100 in here. Are we missing anything? I don't think we're missing anything. Yeah, we just lost a fuel pod. Okay, that will do. Okay, so now I just want to wait for the Rooster and the Collingwood to be repaired. In that time, the silent strike alarm will reset and we can actually start making some progress. We'll take Gizram next, then we'll take Goshen, and then we'll take Timnath Serah. We'll come up along the right here. The rest of the fleet will follow along behind. And we'll come around here, and then we'll take Hattusha. Once we've taken Alma, I think, we'll come in from the left-hand side. Just trying to avoid these fleets here that are kind of set to intercept us. That's the Silent Strike alarm almost complete. How are we doing? Collingwood has 1.8 hours of repairs left, and the Rooster has 19 hours of repairs left. So let's just fast forward until those repairs are completed. Unfortunately, it looks like the Rooster isn't going to finish repairs until everything else is finished repairing. It looks like the Tyrannus is getting repaired first. There should be a way I could just prioritize repairs that I don't know of. Let's just auto-intercept that. I'm not really in the mood right now. 10 hours. I'm a bit annoyed that it's going to have to wait for all these repairs. Okay, we've lost the Elent. Interesting. So whoever it was never got close. The Rooster still needs 4.6 hours. 3 hours, 2 hours. We're going to have to take the whole fleet off here. But that's... Oh, I totally forgot to buy fuel. That is a huge mistake. Whoops. Let's just buy fuel for everybody. They're going to have to stay and refuel, unfortunately. Shouldn't take them too long, though. It's only dangerous. Okay. Collingwood. The Rooster. Let's take the Howler with them as well, because I want to investigate anything. And we'll take the Patrick as our fuel ship, and we will head off to Gizram. 88% chance of a Silent Strike. As soon as the rest of the fleet has finished refueling, they will get up off the ground as well. And we just need to make some money because we're down to 1,000 quid. But we have a lot of nukes we can sell, so I'm not too worried about cash at the moment. Just to get rid of that annoying beeping sound of the ship's refueling, I'm going to switch to this. I also want to apologize. I meant to do at the start of the video. I know I'm a little bit late on this video. Easter has just kind of knocked my plans a little bit, but I will make sure that I've got some stuff pre-recorded for later in the week, just so that doesn't happen again. I know I've been doing a lot of live streams recently, and I just wondered how people felt about those. Are they okay with them showing up on this channel? Or should I make a second channel to put the live streams on? Because I know that's what a lot of other people do. I'm quite happy with them being here. It's been really cool having people drop in on the live streams too. I know Nebulous Fleet Command isn't everybody's top cup of tea, and I will maybe stream some other stuff. For now, I'm going to stick to streaming on YouTube because it seems to be working out okay for me. And it's just cool to have people hang out. Thank you so much for those of you that do join the streams. But let me know what you think, because I want to do what is best. And sometimes I know people get annoyed if a channel is producing a lot of content that they're not interested in. So I just want to make sure that you're happy with what's coming your way, basically. Got a lot of time left on this refueling. I'm a bit concerned about that. But we're about to take Gizram, so let's get ready for this fight. Hopefully we don't cause an alarm to go off. Okay, it looks like we've got plenty of time to hit them before they're going to call in our identities, which is great. And let's take Gizram. Alright, we've got 2 Nimrods and a Courageous. It has to be. There's so many Nimrods right now. I'm going to send the Rooster in first, just to do a missile strike. I think it has a bomb as well, because I've repaired it. Oh no, I didn't mount a bomb. That was stupid of me. So we'll send the Rooster in first, and then we'll bring the Collingwood in just to mop up afterwards. I want to make sure I'm hitting the... I don't want to hit this Courageous. I think that's the Courageous I've launched a missile at. Well, that's the Courageous down. I don't have anything else on my scan right now, so I don't have a missile lock on anything. I'm pretty sure that shot curved. The nice thing about Nimrods is they have no missile defense. That was a miss, unfortunately. I'm taking a few too many hits here. Let's get this guy out of here. I actually think the Rooster could solo this. As long as I just dodge, because I've got to remember this ship actually has fuel now. Yeah, the Rooster can do this. It's actually made to bully ships like this. And I know I'm using Prox Fuse, and you're like, oh, why is he using Prox Fuse? But it just creeps through those cracks in armor. It's really cheap. It deals with my lack of accuracy really nicely. It's a good crutch. And it's great for intercepting missiles as well. Also, it looks cool as hell. Easy. Took a bit of damage. I'm not super happy with it, but we didn't use... We lost, like, we mostly lost superfluous stuff. The engines are still here. They're not destroyed. We can repair. And it means we don't have to repair the Collingwood, which means we can get moving again quicker. Alright, what have we got here? Hull. We've got a bomb, which would be actually quite nice to grab. There's nothing really else. Fuel tanks. There's no ammunition to grab. We could search the radio room. We could search the crew cabins. We could search the captain's cabin. I would actually like to do this. Let's start with the captain's cabin. Just fast forward through that. And some enemy communications mentioned Tarkin ships far east of... Okay, so he's still further east than here. That's fine. Crew cabin's next, because I'm... or the radio room. That's too late. We'll look for some treasure. We've got a bronze icon. Now, the fab is going to explode next. So let's grab that bomb. And then we'll grab the fuel tanks. And the one downside is we don't have any missiles to re-equip the Rooster with. But let's land. We'll land the Rooster. There's a 52 repair slot there that I think it will fit into. Ooh. Will it fit in there? I don't think it's going to fit in there. Let's just float above it and see.
300 meters.
Oh, we did lose one of our static thrusters. That's not really the end of the world.
100 meters.
We don't need that cruise speed when we're with the Collingwood. I don't think we'll get a replacement engine here. This is very awkward to land now because I have I'm very unbalanced. So I just need to scratch the paint a little bit.
Touchdown confirmed.
As long as we don't lose our other engine, I'm happy with that. That's not too bad. Alright, let's see what we've got. Do we have another event? Feels like an event. Allow me to speak with you, Sahib. My family has a treasured code as well. We have kept it a secret. It is proof of our royal legacy as kings. It is forbidden to reveal it until the time is right. So if any member of your family has a chance to become King of Gareth, this code is supposed to be proof of their right to the throne? Aye. And you told me it because you'll hope I'll read it for you. Aye, Sahib. My family guards it like the apple of our eye, but we do not know what it says. And when you read the old man's coda, and Fazil's coda as well, I realize that it must contain a prophecy. Omar gives you a small box. Please tell me what it says. So we've been lying this whole time about what the codas say, and I'm going to continue doing that. So rather than doing what the book of Isaiah says, and saying that he is like unto a lamb brought to the slaughter, we are going to say lamb. We're going to say that we are a lion. Fearsome is his wrath. Who shall resist him? His strength is his God. Who shall stand against him? +1 force. I see. As usual, Omar will not meet your gaze, but deep inside you feel him watching you intently out of the corner of his eye. May the Almighty send him to us swiftly. I will pass your words on to the people. Okay, so I don't know if he believed us, but his faith increased, so maybe he did believe us? I feel a bit bad lying to Omar. He's a cool guy. All right, let's repair the Rooster. We can't get that bomb back, but that's fine. And we got 2 bombs, so we'll just mount that bomb there so we can use it again. Nothing else needs repair. Probably the Collingwood needs repaired, but I don't know what repairs it needs. Yeah, there's nothing showing up. It maybe just needs a little bit of tuning. All right, let's see what's going on in the supply depot. We've actually looted just enough fuel, which is great. We don't actually have enough fuel to get to Goshen. So we're going to have to wait for the rest of the fleet to catch up. And, oh, hello. We've got laser-guided munitions here. We've got 130mm laser-guided, which we don't have enough money to buy. So let's jump out of here. Let's switch over to the fleet here. And let's sell off some nuclear armaments. We'll get rid of a couple of A100s, because A100 nukes are just a disaster waiting to happen. We don't need this A220 either, and we don't need these 2 A37s, so that's made us some money. Then let's jump back over to Gizram. And we will purchase some 130mm laser guided, because this stuff is amazing. We also have more Proxfuse 130, which I'm happy to grab. And we have Proxfuse 100, which I'm happy to grab. That's all of our money spent. It is worth it to keep the fleet in the air. We've got 180mm Proxfuse. Let's get rid of that. We also have 130mm incendiary. I will never use that on that gun. Got rockets still. Everything else I'm okay with. Yeah. We are a bit low on munitions for our planes, but I'm not prioritizing them right now. Let's have a look at data. There's definitely no strike groups left. Definitely no strike groups left. Attack groups. Anything else we haven't spotted at the top of the map? There is another aircraft carrier group at Sheba. Anything else at the top of the map? There's also an aircraft carrier group at Tushan. There are so many strike groups up here. It's a bit crazy. Let's unpause the game and let the refueling happen. What I could actually do right now is just dispatch the Sleepy Pupper to Gizram so that they can move on to Goshen early.
Good luck.
I only need a little bit of extra fuel to make it. Let's just fast forward through this. Not particularly exciting part of the game. Fuel logistics simulator. Alright, and now we will just make sure we've got enough fuel to make it to Goshen. So we just need to buy a little bit more. That should be enough. And there's also a fuel storage here, so we can top up our tanks nicely there. Alright, let's wait for that to tick over. They have enough fuel. Let's go. Oh, we still have 13 hours of repairs left. I didn't realize that. Let's belay that order there. We'll wait for the repairs to complete. The repairs are so slow in hard mode. We've got a radio signal coming through. I don't really care. Oh, somebody wants to speak to us. If we happen to find him, I will do it. But
Thermal signature detected.
all right, we've got a thermal pickup coming in fast from the northeast from Hattusha. That's going to be a trade fleet. There's no way that isn't a trade fleet. The Rooster is mostly repaired. I think we need to get it in the air with the Sleepy Popper and the Howler. And let's see what they can find.
Roger that. Good luck.
Any other attack groups in the area that I don't know about? Yep, there is another one up here, Tabal. I think there is a trade fleet on the way. We've got 2 different infrared contacts here. Let's get the Collingwood and the Patrick up in the air as well. I don't need to do that. They'll not have the most fuel, unfortunately, but I'm a bit worried that we're going to run into something a bit bigger. We'll have to... Whoa. We've found the trade fleet pretty quickly. Let's intercept them before they can get an alarm off. Quick. Just in time. Alright, the Rooster's going to have to fight 2 Intrepids, a Talos, and a Courageous. We should be able to take this pretty easy. Let's go. There's the Kadeshi. I don't want to hit that. There's an Intrepid, and that's another Intrepid. It's so nice to be flying an Audacity class ship with actual fuel in it again. It's so much fun to fly. You just feel like the most annoying bee in the world until you fly into 130mm fire. Intrepids are pretty tough. I really want to get him from below if I can. I might have to retry this, to be honest. Okay, that's him down. Thanks for shooting that down for me. Ooh. Just a Courageous left. Is that it? Nice. That's well worth the damage taken. Alright, let's get this Kadeshi back to the city. We'll finish our repairs and we'll move on. Oh, wow. Okay, we'll leave the Howler behind to loot this. So I'm going to get the Rooster, the Sleepy Puppy, and the Kadesh on our way back to the city. Let's get you to land back in the city as well. And then the Howler. What do we want here? I think I need to get crew protection on the go, to be honest. So let's start with... Oh, the ammo's going to explode. Let's start with crew protection. It does feel like cheating leaving behind this little ship to do the looting, but the game lets me do it. Yeah, we're going to be losing some stuff here by getting crew protection, but we're also not going to lose any crew. So let's get the ammo. And then if we're lucky, we can save this AK-100. We're not going to get this Molot, unfortunately. Maybe it wasn't worth getting the protection. I don't know. So, oh, we're going to get the Molot. Yes. And get the fuel tanks next. If there's anything left to loot. But this is worth the most. This is the most single cost item. Alright. If I don't get the fuel tanks, they're going to destroy the 2A-37. So... I'm going to try and get the survivors, just because I can't get this, because this is going to destroy it. Now the fuel tank's going to destroy the survivors, unfortunately. I'm going to try and get them just in case I can get out in time. I didn't. But I don't get penalized for that. Let's get everyone back. Let's get this guy back to Gizram. How's refueling going? Okay, the refueling is finished at Bethlehem. Wasn't quite. But there's no room left. Let's get them onto Gizram. I could have sold that fuel, but the cost is just not worth it. Just waiting for the Kadeshi to land and refill our coffers. Did I not click on the city? Looks like I didn't. Let's get the Rooster repairing again. So, I think I'm actually not going to repair it here. What I'm going to do is refuel this fleet, which I think is pretty much refueled. I want to get the whole fleet onto Goshen and repair it there, and we'll use the Collingwood to capture Goshen. So let's just select this fleet. Together, do they have enough fuel? Let's just wait for the other side to land just to check we have enough fuel. I don't know. They didn't quite land them in the right place. Okay, do we have enough fuel to get to Goshen? Yeah, we do. You guys head off to Goshen.
Welcome back.
And we'll take Goshen, and that's probably where we'll end the video. That was some nice bit of sky piracy. Just refilled our coffers. It was a nice pickup. Always put IRST on your ships, because it lets you pick stuff like that up. And actually hitting them before they got an alarm off was brilliant. They just disappeared off the radar. Let's just speed things up. Let's see if we can take Goshen without raising an alarm. It shouldn't be too hard to garrison. Yeah, they haven't seen us coming. Brilliant. Okay. We've got a Gladiator and Intrepid and a Slugger. We'll just go straight in with the Collingwood here. We've got HE rounds on it. I'm pretty happy with that. Incendiary rounds on the 37mm. I don't want to use my Prox Fuse, I don't think, here, because the Intrepid... Yeah, we'll use some Prox Fuse, because if I get underneath the Gladiator, I can kill it really quickly with the Prox Fuse. I know where the Gladiator is now. I hate taking undercarriage fire to the ship. I maybe could have taken less damage, but whatever, we won and it's over. Without losing only one morale right now, is I'm happy with. Alright. Got a promotion on the Collingwood. Ever ready. Oh yes, fully loaded guns is huge. Okay, so we have in this episode not taken a huge amount of ground, but we've shifted from Bethlehem. We've moved our attack platform eastwards, away from where the enemy has a concentration of defensive forces. We've taken Goshen. Our next move is Timnath Serra. We're hopefully going to get a pick up at Tarkan, and then we'll start moving north through Ark and Alma, and we'll back around to Hattusha, which is a fleet HQ, and that's going to be our base of operations to try and take these cities, and then we'll start moving on to Kiva. So, again, sorry this episode's a bit late. The next one will be on time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.